beautiful woman is actually planning to trade her own body just to get a fish, but afraid her stingy husband might find out, she pretends nothing is wrong and casually walks over. Little did she know, the young man nearby had already seen through her intentions.
Then I swear to the whole world that I would never tell her.
After getting his promise, the woman stopped pretending. She grabbed the fish and stuffed it into her mouth, devouring it greedily. She thought she could hide it from her husband, but soon the truth came out, because in order to catch fish and survive, the husband secretly stole the young man's diving mask. But when he returned it, the young man who never got along with him didn't get angry at all and instead looked satisfied. This unusual reaction immediately gave Jack a bad feeling. He quickly demanded to know what had happened. Unexpectedly, the woman directly confessed to cheating. At that moment, he completely lost his composure. He grabbed her by the hair and threw her in front of the young man. He thought she would beg for forgiveness, but instead the two of them calmly started dancing. Their intimate behavior made the man want to kill the young man. But for now, survival was the priority, so he used scraps from the deserted island to make a homemade diving mask. When he dove into the sea again, he found it worked just as well as a professional one. This made him quite proud of himself, but just as he was about to catch a big fish to reward himself, he suddenly discovered a wrecked boat on the ocean floor. Excited, he flipped the small boat over, only to find a hole in the bottom that couldn't be repaired. But he didn't hesitate and risked drowning, grabbing the rope and struggling to pull the boat upward. But his strength soon gave out, so he had no choice but to abandon it and surface. He gasped for air but refused to give up this chance to leave the island, so he took a deep breath and dove down again. After half a day of effort, Jack finally dragged the boat to shore. Seeing this, the woman and the young man ran over in disbelief to help, but Jack already hated them deeply and waved them off, refusing to let them come near the boat. The next day, after recovering his strength, he carefully started repairing it. Unexpectedly, after hours of work, he actually managed to fix the boat, but the young man panicked when he saw this, because before being stranded, he had only been a waiter serving the man. If the man escaped, he would definitely come back for revenge, so he teamed up with the woman. While Jack was out fishing, they pushed the boat into the sea together. By the time Jack realized, it was already too late. But strangely, when he saw them escape, he didn't get angry. Instead, he showed a meaningful smile. But soon after, the woman discovered seawater was pouring into the boat. In a panic, she tried to use a cushion to block the leak, but no matter what she did, it wouldn't stop. Only then did they realize they had fallen into the man's trap. The boat quickly sank, and they had no choice but to swim back with all their strength. Back on the island, the man calmly drank coconut juice. He was convinced they would die at sea, but unexpectedly, after hours of struggle, the woman made it back first.
Well, that took longer than I expected.
You tried to kill us, Jack!
He asked about the young man, but they had already been separated by the waves. The man looked around cautiously and suddenly spotted the young man in the distance. He grabbed a spear and rushed toward him. The young man was exhausted and no match for him, so he turned and ran. In desperation, the man threw the spear. It struck the young man in the back, killing him instantly. That night, the man tied the woman to a post. After punishing her harshly, he still chose to forgive her betrayal, because being alone on the island was too lonely. From then on, they returned to a peaceful life. But 6 months later, a fishing boat broke the island's silence. The woman couldn't believe she would be rescued one day. Overwhelmed, she could barely speak. After boarding, she devoured bread hungrily. Her starving appearance made the fisherman feel sorry for her. At that moment, the man returned from fishing. Seeing her rescued, he happily waved for her to wait for him, but the woman cautiously glanced at the fisherman. After making sure they couldn't hear, she looked at the man expressionlessly and left the island.